Hello everyone, welcome back to Today News K Wave channel. Today feels different. Since morning, timelines have been filled with the same question. Is this really JIKOOK'S Decisive Day? The name, which has always been the center of attention, the subject of endless discussion, and the source of endless speculation, has suddenly become a hot topic again. It's not just a simple rumor, nor a misinterpreted video clip. This time, many feel that something bigger is moving behind the scenes. For a long time, the dynamic between the two main figures of BTS, Jungkook and Jimin, has always sparked discussion. Small interactions can turn into global trending topics in a matter of minutes. A brief glance, a faint smile, or a simple sentence is often interpreted deeply by fans. But today feels different because there's a sense that an answer is hanging in the air, an answer that could change the way many view everything. Speculation has intensified after the latest statement, which is considered full of meaning. Some see it as a sign of freedom, others see it as a hint of a major project that has been kept secret. Some believe this isn't about a personal relationship, but rather a major career step. Whatever the case, one thing is clear: public expectations are at an all-time high. On social media, debate rages non-stop. Some are optimistic, some are skeptical, and some prefer to wait in silence. But it's precisely in the silence that the tension intensifies. Every second feels longer than usual. Every notification makes hearts beat faster. It's as if everyone is standing on the edge of a cliff of information, waiting for that one sentence that will answer everything. For some fans, today isn't just about gossip or hype. It's about hope, about the belief that whatever happens, it will bring something positive. If there really is freedom in question, then it's a new chapter. If there really is a major project to be announced, then it's the beginning of a different era. And if all the speculation turns out to be a misunderstanding, then at least today has proven the strength of the attention and love surrounding them. Interestingly, the aura of excitement is also palpable. Body language, word choice, and delivery feel more confident. There's an energy that's hard to explain, but easy to feel. It was as if a weight had been lifted, or a plan finally ready to be revealed. It's often said that eyes never lie, and today that light seemed brighter than usual. But beneath all the commotion, there's an important lesson about how the public constructs narratives. Sometimes, a small moment can be magnified to seem monumental. Sometimes, major changes come without a loud noise, without a dramatic announcement. Perhaps this decisive day isn't about a single, explicit answer, but rather a slow but steady shift in direction. Will that answer truly change everything? That remains a mystery. What's clear is that today has demonstrated the powerful influence these two names have on the global conversation. Not every artist can create a wave of enthusiasm this big with just one statement. Not every moment can make millions pause and ask, "What the hell is going on?" If this is indeed a decisive day, then we are witnessing the beginning of something that will be remembered. If not, then it remains proof that their story isn't over. In fact, it may have just entered its most exciting chapter. And like all great stories, the answer may not come in the form we envision, but in a more elegant, mature, and meaningful way. One thing is for sure: whatever the outcome, today has already created a small piece of history in the hearts of fans. Curiosity, hope, and excitement are all mixed together. The world may continue as usual, but for those who follow every detail, today feels like a turning point. We just have to wait a little longer, because sometimes truly life-changing moments come just when we're most ready to receive them. The wave of curiosity that emerged today wasn't born overnight. It's the accumulation of a long journey, fragments of moments stored in the collective memory of fans, and the dynamics that have developed around BTS. Jungkook and Jimin's names have been frequently mentioned in various conversations, whether through their work, interactions, or the ongoing speculation. So when the impression that something was different today emerged, it was understandable for the public to be on alert. Some people tried to read signs from small details that might seem trivial to outsiders. A firmer tone of voice, a lighter facial expression, or a more assertive manner of delivery. All of this was analyzed in incredible detail. Some called this proof that an important decision had been made. Others believed that the long-awaited answer had actually been implied, just not spoken directly. In today's digital age, a single short sentence can spark thousands of theories, and today those theories are evolving faster than ever. What made the atmosphere even more intense was the possibility that this fateful day would impact not just one aspect, but many simultaneously. If a major change does occur, the impact could extend to careers, creative projects, and even the dynamics that have been hotly debated. Imagine if a major collaboration had been quietly underway. Imagine if this was the beginning of a bolder, more personal new phase. Of course, all of this remains conjecture, but that's precisely where the appeal lies. On the other hand, there are also quieter voices, reminding us that not every moment needs to be interpreted so dramatically. Sometimes, a simple answer is just a simple answer. But interestingly, even that calm can't dampen the already overwhelming enthusiasm. Everyone seems to have their own interpretation, and everyone feels they have strong reasons to believe their own version. This phenomenon demonstrates the strength of the emotional bond between public figures and their followers. The Day of Reckoning isn't just about objective facts, but about the meaning given to them by those who follow the journey. In many cases, that meaning is often greater than the event itself. That's why a moment can feel monumental, even if there's no apparent drastic change. There's also a nuance of optimism that's hard to ignore. Many felt that today's energy was more positive than ever before. It was as if a burden had been slowly released and replaced with a new confidence. The enthusiasm was contagious, spreading from one post to another, from one comment to the next. Even those who usually remained neutral were swept along, just to make sure they hadn't missed anything important. Behind all the speculation, one interesting thing was how the public was learning to read language that wasn't always verbal. A look, a pause, a choice of words, even silence had its own meaning. Today, the silence felt the loudest. Everyone was waiting for the next step, for confirmation, or at least additional clues that could clarify the direction of the story. Curiosity was like a pulse that kept beating, reminding us that this moment wasn't quite over. If this was indeed a decisive day, its impact might not be immediately visible for hours. Major changes often work slowly, like waves that start small but eventually build into a powerful current. Could be that weeks or months from now, people will look back and say it all started today. From one answer, one expression, one seemingly simple moment that held immense meaning. And even if there are no major announcements, no spectacular surprises, today still holds meaning. It reflects the intense attention focused on every step taken. It is proof that this journey is still relevant, still anticipated, and still capable of triggering collective emotion on a global scale. In the fast-paced world of entertainment, few can maintain this kind of intensity. Ultimately, the Day of Reckoning may not be about absolute certainty, but about being ready to accept whatever comes next. About understanding that change is a natural part of the long journey. About realizing that truly life-changing answers often don't come with fireworks, but with a slow, growing sense of certainty. And when that time comes, all the speculation, all the discussion, and all the waiting will be worth it, knowing we've been witnessing a pivotal moment from its very first second. That concludes our discussion on JIKOOK'S Decision Day. Fire the answer could change everything. Do you think this is truly a sign of major change? Or should we still wait for the next surprise? Let us know in the comments, because your theory might be the closest to reality. If you enjoy content like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and activate the notification bell so you don't miss the latest updates on the world of K-pop and other hot news. Your support keeps this channel motivated to present exciting, insightful, and definitely intriguing discussions. Thanks for watching until the end. See you in the next video. And remember, Sometimes a small answer can open up a big, unexpected chapter. Fire.